Now, there's no experience necessary, but thankfully there are skilled instructors on hand for safety and to make sure to keep the fun right on point. For some of these women, cheerleading years ago was never an option, but now they're living out their dreams. The early start to the season is exciting for officials here at the golf course, but even more exciting for those eager golfers ready to get out on the course. For the veterans who've been coming here, the memories will never fade. One says he served in World War II, has been coming here for 70 years, and said he wanted to make sure he'd be here to see it celebrate its centennial. It was an exciting day for Jim Thorpe and its many visitors, some of whom were the first to catch a ride on the train after its months-long hiatus. Jim, Melanie, it's been business as usual here at the Freedman Service Center in Fountain Hill, except for one thing. There's no running water. 4 train cars derailed from the tracks here at this intersection in Nesquehoning. One of them, as you can see, is still at an angle, practically untouched. Rob, Wendy, it was decided during this morning's preliminary hearing all charges against Lisa Snyder will be held for trial. She's accused of killing her 8-year-old son Connor and her 4-year-old daughter Brinley. Police, as of only about 20 minutes or so ago, removed the caution tape surrounding this business, indicating there is no longer a threat to the public, though they were on the scene for more than an hour investigating. The incident commander tells me this crew on the ground is working along a very rugged mountainside. As you can see behind me, essentially they're fighting fire with fire. Defense attorney John Waldron says Durst was an interesting and eccentric guy. He represented Durst 20 years ago for stealing a sandwich from Wegmans in Bethlehem. Waldron says he's interested to see how this trial pans out. Lisa Snyder sat before a judge as witnesses were called in her preliminary hearing. Court paperwork yesterday suggested Snyder would likely waive the hearing, but instead several key witnesses took the stand in a lengthy proceeding. The hearing was moved to the Berks County Courthouse from a district judge's office because of security concerns. Officials say death threats have been made against Snyder. Today, state police troopers, a first responder, and members of Snyder's family testified. The incident, recounted several times in court today, took place on September 23, 2019. Authorities say Snyder killed her 8-year-old son Connor and her 4-year-old daughter Brinley inside their Albany Township home that day. First responders reported seeing the 2 children hanging from a plastic-coated wire dog lead that was wrapped around a beam in the basement. Snyder initially blamed her son Connor, saying he was bullied, suicidal, and did not want to die alone. One of the witnesses said Connor had physical restrictions that would have made handling the dog lead impossible. Snyder's attorney cross-examined such witnesses, at times questioning their capability to make such presumptions without being an expert. The district attorney's office has not said whether it plans to pursue a death penalty.
So this is the first time I ever went into a fire.
That night?
Yes.
Jamie Kreidler was 19 when she realized her love for firefighting. This picture, summed up in 1,000 words, shows
heart.
Her heart for firefighting brought her here to Pottstown Fire Company, where she's the first female career firefighter ever hired.
When I come to work, I don't view myself as the first female. I come to work and I'm a firefighter, just like everybody else.
Kreidler is a Northampton County native. She went to Wilson Area High School and graduated from Westchester. She's one of 3 career firefighters for Goodwill Fire Company at Pottstown. While telling us about her experience so far,
do this. That's fire call.
Duty called, and we just tried to keep up. It was a short call, thankfully no injuries or major damage. So we came back to the station.
That was nuts, yeah. So now that we're...
I'm not a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday type of girl.
Jamie works 24-hour shifts. Every job takes a little getting used to.
So this is our active 911 board.
She says the guys joke with her from time to time, but that doesn't stop her from reminding them girls rule.
They didn't know what they were missing before they had pink in the firehouse.
Holly Harrar, 69 News.